Hi Chris, Jim Brentar here from the USA. And yeah, I'm disappointed. Yeah, I'm frustrated. Yeah, but it wasn't all bad. I didn't really expect us to win in the first place, so it didn't hurt as much as one of those games where we really should have won. Um, Jed Spence played awesome today. The one thing he did that I want to point out happened early in the game. It was I think early in the 8th minute, he actually got caught on the ball and couldn't get goal side of anyone, but he was sprinting back anyway, and because he couldn't necessarily carry one, he looked at Archie Gray, he pointed and said, "Take that guy." Archie heard him, he took that guy and blocked the cross. So that is something a player can do even when they're not doing their best on the ball, still work hard off the ball, still communicate with other players. 2 thumbs up on that one. Sonny, when rested, is a very effective player still. Yeah, he's getting older, but he's still got a lot left in the tank. So long as you manage his minutes well, he's going to be able to produce like he did today. And for those who say that Ange is too stubborn, we were playing a low block most of the game today. Ange is not too stubborn. He always makes adjustments. No matter what game it is, he will make adjustments to the opponent, to the situation, to the personnel he has on hand. That first goal we conceded, first of all, it shouldn't have been a corner kick. The ref blew that call. And second, Radu did his best. He tried to keep up with the goal scorer and actually made it so it wasn't quite a clean head and free header that he got. But Radu's one big weakness is he's not the quickest defender. Pretty much all our other center backs are a little quicker than he is, and so he couldn't quite out quick the thing. And then it wasn't even a clean header. It ended up being an old goal off Solanke. So I can't blame Radu too much, but it shouldn't have been a corner in the first place. Bergvall and Gray also played excellent today, and I was really happy to see Richarlison get back on the field. There's one moment of brilliance he had where he made this long through pass to Jed Spence on the run. Arsenal ended up defending it well, so it didn't amount to anything, but it was just such a beautiful, perfect pass. As I've said before, when Richie is healthy and fit and confident, he is a world-class player. We need him back healthy and fit and confident. Finally, the last thing I'll say is, hey, we never gave up. Right to the last whistle, we were trying to get that equalizer. So, come on, you Spurs.
Hi, it's Harry Scarf here, football content creator and YouTuber, founder of the Scarfy Spurs Talk YouTube channel. I'm from England, and here are my thoughts on the game. We come into this, as clear underdogs. Nobody really expected anything, but the frustration here is the position we were in, throwing away yet another lead and just avoidable goals, avoidable situations. Both Arsenal's goals were avoidable, and both were individual errors. If you look at Arsenal's first goal from the set piece, I don't think it should have been a corner, if I'm totally honest with you. So that's frustrating. We talk about not getting the rub of the green enough this season. That's a prime example of that. But okay, you accept it. It happens. It's a corner to Arsenal. How do you deal with it? Draxler switches off. Lack of concentration. Arsenal are so good at set pieces, and their best man from set pieces, or how do I word this? The one that you should watch the most from Arsenal set pieces, Gabriel. You hardly have to watch Arsenal to know that he's their main threat from the set pieces. We're talking about, for me, the best team at set pieces in the league and the best player getting on the end of it in the league. And Dragusin is on him fine and just switches off, lets him go. It's so poor marking. Keeper flaps, and it's an open goal for Gabriel. Too easy. Then Arsenal's second goal, Basuma's easily dispossessed. Don't get me wrong, a fantastic tackle. And it happens. Basuma, is he interested in getting back? No, not so whatsoever. Trossard, so much space. As a defender, you've got to close it down. Dragusin really reluctant, also lazy to do so. He's got to do better, and Kinski has to save that. It's as simple as that. The 2 avoidable goals, and the only ones I would say that who can hold their head high from that defeat are our younger players. Gray, Spence, for me, and Bergevall. So those three. But for me, if Ange's going to survive, he has to scrap that leadership team, and I'm fully behind him. But that leadership team has to go. It hasn't worked for me, and that includes the captain. I'd start again. I'd appoint Kulusevski the captain and Archie Gray the vice captain, really thinking about the future. This team lacks leaders. There's nothing against Son, but when you have a player that's nearly, towards the end of their career, dips in and out of form, and just isn't a natural leader, as classy as he is, he's a big game player. Son obviously scored in this game, massive game player, but not a captain material for me. Just not quite. So that has to change, and I get why the pressure's on Ange. Could be 14th in the league come today if Man United win or draw as expected against Southampton. So I get the pressure. 8 points above the relegation zone probably will be reduced by tonight. I get it. I really do get it, but I just don't think there's any benefit in sacking him now. I don't think anyone can come in and do a better job. That's what I think. But thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Chris, for this opportunity.
Arsenal 2, Spurs 1. Not the result we wanted. I've just come back from the game. And yeah, not a good performance overall from Spurs from minute one, really. We were second best, which weren't quick to the ball. We kind of, as Ange said after the game, we let Arsenal get into their rhythm. We were passive. We didn't kind of play a normal football, really. We couldn't sustain any kind of attack. We had little moments breaking out, but we just weren't on it, really. Too many players were a yard off. And, somehow we managed to weather a storm first 25 minutes of the match. Kinski, I thought, took too long at times with the ball at his feet, got caught a couple of times, maybe looked a bit shaky, but you can excuse that. 21 and his third game in the Spurs shirt. He still dealt with a few corners very well, with some good punches, but yeah, just the whole defence really just playing themselves into trouble at times, inviting pressure, and yeah, just overall, just not a good showing from Spurs. However, we did take the lead. We had a few moments. Spence, who I thought had a good game. He great cross with the outside of his right foot, and if it wasn't for a brilliant little interception, Solanke's got a tap in. We do eventually score. Comes to Son, who keeps his kind of volley down from a corner, and it deflects in. And you're thinking, amazing, can we get to half time, a goal up? But no, we can't. They get the equaliser. Wasn't never a corner, to be fair. And it's annoying when you've got VAR. You think they could just tell the referee in a second, oh, that should be a goal kick. But Draxler gets his head on it from a corner, and it hits Solanke and goes in. A little bit unfortunate. I don't have too many complaints with how we conceded that goal. The second one, however, is just, we're too open. Porro's way out of position. Dragusin or any midfield doesn't get across to Trossard. And maybe Kinski could do better, but he hits it well and it does bobble up right in front of his hand. So again, I'm not going to blame the goalkeeper too much for that. It's just, we really should be playing more sensibly and seeing it out to half time at 1-1. But there you go. Second half, we didn't really threaten. We didn't have a shot on target. We had a few moments breaking out. We could have been better with the ball. But if anyone looked like getting another goal, it was probably Arsenal. We had that chance at the end. Well, not a chance, but Porro was unlucky trying to catch Raya out right at the end of the game at the outside of the post. But overall, yeah, a 2-1 loss, and that's 11 league defeats now in our first 21 games. That's the worst run we've had since the 2008-2009 season. So yeah, terrible league season for us so far, really, in terms of form. And yeah, nothing more to say other than we move on to an awkward game on Sunday against David Moyes' Everton at Goodison Park. And well, we're in desperate need of 3 points. Onwards and upwards, come on, you Spurs.